I want to talk about. First of all, let's talk about walking. Like, you walk unconsciously. You see somewhere you want to get to, and you just get there. You don't acknowledge your legs when you walk, and you definitely don't acknowledge each toe. You definitely don't acknowledge each toe when you walk. You're not acknowledging. There's ducks over here. But you're not acknowledging every toe that is involved when you walk. But yeah, you don't acknowledge every toe and when you walking, bro, you just walk. You don't pay attention to how your arms swing, how your eyebrows move with every step. You can't really feel your body, bro. Your body is just there. It's just something you inhabit because you're not the body. And that's the most strangest part that most people, I ain't gonna say most people because I don't know most people, but I'll say that though, that majority of people don't understand is that you're not the body, nor are you the world, because the body is a part of the world. The body is a part of the material. You are the observer of the material. You're the observer of the body. And the most crazy part is, bro, you're the observer of your mind. You're not even your thoughts, bro. You're the observer of your thoughts. So if you're the observer of everything, then it's gotta be a lesson. This all just has to be a lesson, bro. Everything just has to be a lesson, honestly. If I'm observing everything, bro, if I'm just meant to observe everything just has to, in some way or shape or form, pour into me, pour into my spirit, my soul. The parts, the unknown. Spirit and soul is the unknown, bro. The known is the material. The known is what you can see. No. I'm at this retention pond right now. There's just a bunch of ducks in the ponds. Just in the waters. I just looked up in the tree and I just saw a squirrel all the way at the top of the tree. Y'all know it's life everywhere. Like, do you realize it's life everywhere? It's life everywhere, bro. It's life in the grass, on the sidewalks. You got tiny little ants that are sentient. And then you got stuff flying, bro. Right now I'm looking at like a fly. I don't know what that is. It's so small though, you can barely see it, bro. And they blend in with its background because it's so small. But if you actually focus, you can see it. It's like a little flying. It's not a moth. It's like, I don't know. You got all type of life. It's life everywhere, man. It's life everywhere, man. But the life is outside though. A lot of the life exists outside of walls, outside of brick and mortar. All of life exists outside of brick and mortar. Brick and mortar is man-made. You know, the only life you'll find inside of brick and mortar is human life. That's the only life you'll find inside of brick and mortar is just human life. But you won't find nature inside of brick and mortar. Nature is just outside of brick and mortar, in the elements. Nature's in the elements, man. In the cold and the hot, the wet and dry. And you know, a lot of people, I don't know. Maybe I should stop saying people and just worry about myself. But maybe I'll talk to you. Hopefully you get outside. Hopefully you get outside and you just sit by a pond or sit by some animals and just observe how they move. Observe how they, you know what I'm saying? Sit next to an ant bed. Observe the ants, you know. Hopefully you take time to just observe how animals in the wild are just being. They do nothing but just be. They have no agenda. They have nowhere to go. Nothing to do. They just be. You can observe that, man. And that's every animal you see, man. Every single animal you see. If you observe it for at least 5 minutes, you'll see it has nowhere to be. But if you observe humans, you can observe it for 30 seconds and you see they got somewhere to be, bro. All humans are rushing. Rushing to where? I don't know. But all humans are rushing. You know, animals in the wild have pace. They pace themselves to get to where they gotta go, because they know after they get where they gotta go, they're still gonna exist. The only thing that I know that animals do, all they do is eat. They eat. They eat. They find food. You know, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. Nature is gruesome as shit. Nature literally is like, it's very gruesome, bro. Because animals eat animals. Animals eat animals, guys. So when you take that into consideration, that really can explain why humans are so random. That really can explain why humans are so random, because nature is random. It can explain the atrocities that humans commit to themselves, because nature commits atrocities to itself. Not saying that the strongest don't survive, the smartest don't survive, because that's true as well. So that has to be true in human nature as well, huh? In human, that has to be the exact same thing. The strong survive, the smart survive, and the weak fall to prey. For instance, man, when a turtle is born out of its shell, it's a race to the sea. It's a race to get to the sea. And even if it makes it to the sea, it's still a 10-second old baby. It don't know nothing. You know how many adult whales and sharks and whatever else eat turtles? You know how many of them exist? The other thing, it's at random moments in my life, I have physical manifestations fly past me. What is a physical manifestation? Physical manifestation is nothing but like I could describe it as, it's white, or it's like a feather. It's like a feather. I have feathers flying by me. You know. Now, on the physical, it looks like a feather. On the physical, you could just see it as a feather. You know. On the physical, you would think, oh, that's just a feather. But when you think deeper, you gotta go deeper, man. Everything is deeper. The physical is nothing but a reflection of the mental and the spiritual realms. So anything in spirit has to take up physical, at least to be shown to you. Anything in spirit has to take up a physical manifestation. That's why I said a physical manifestation. Remember that? I said it's a physical manifestation. So it may appear to be a feather, but It's deeper than that, bro. It's like, it's protection, man. It's deeper than just a feather. You know, it's something spiritual that's just taking up the resemblance of the material of a feather. Everything holds energy, man. Everything holds energy and holds weight and holds meaning behind it. Everything. So it's important to remember that. You know, don't just take everything you see as face value, because face value is always a lie. It's always a lie. You know. Case in point, I'm just going to say the way males view females, you know, always a lie, you know, because females are basically, bro, at least in my interpretation, this is how it may seem to me. Now, I could be wrong, you could debate. This is how I interpret it, and the way, you know, I'm an observer, so I observe a lot. So based off what I observe, it's like women are placed on a scale based on their looks, and that's it. You know, men too. Men are the same. Women probably do the same thing to men, but it's never. You never get to go deeper because you always on surface level. You never get to go deep because you're always on surface level, and I mean, is that fun? Would it be fun to just stay surface level? I mean, that's fun to you, that's cool, but like, don't you have any type of meaning, purpose? Like, don't you have questions? School taught us not to question, though. I ain't gonna lie, I broke out of all that bullshit, though. I broke out of a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit I broke out of, like religion. Bro, I could have been so trapped in religion to where I wouldn't even ask questions. It's not about not believing. It's about not being able to ask questions. That's it. It's not about not believing, bro. It's about not being able to see beyond. It's about not being able to explore, bro. Because you're a lifelong explorer. You're a lifelong learner, lifelong student, lifelong explorer. So if you can't explore because of the mental boundaries that have been placed upon you, and then to where your own existence tells you no, you're telling yourself, no, I can't explore that because I'll go to hell. I mean, then good, you know what I'm saying? Then you lost. You starting the game losing. You feel me? So I'm glad I broke out of them bounds, you know, because now I can explore. And I'm also not scared to explore, because I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of unknown shit that can be scary. You know what I'm saying? Because as kids, bro, we taught to fear the unknown. We taught to fear under the bed, you know. We taught fear and to fear the unknown, man. When the unknown is really not as scary as you think it is, bro. Like, we was taught about Freddy Krueger and all them, you know what I'm saying? All the scary people, bro. We was taught about to fear, man. All the scary people, bro. We was taught that demons are alive and the devil and just entities, and we was taught about monsters. When really we the monsters. You know what I'm saying? We the monsters, bro. We the only monsters that are alive, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're the only monsters that are alive, bro. We are monsters ourselves. Do monstrous acts, monstrosities, man. You know, we taught that devils exist and demons exist, but we the demons, bro. We the devils, bro. You feel me? The only devil in the world, the only demon in the world, and the only God in the world is in the mirror. You choose. The power of choice. You know, it's just crazy, you know. And the wild part is, bro, is that no one is right. That's everyone's guessing. Everyone's guessing, man. And everyone's guessing blindly. Nobody's admitting they're guessing. Nobody admit they don't know what's going on. They don't know why they're here. Nobody admits it. Everybody just keeps guessing, and they guess on their own. Nobody guesses together. We don't even get together to guess. We guess alone. When I make these videos, I don't even be the one speaking for real, bro. I don't know. It just be coming out. So therefore, I don't be caring about who sees it or how they perceive it, because it don't matter to me. I'm beyond all of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm beyond judgment, man. Especially from humans, from another human, bro. When I can judge myself, you know what I'm saying? And I know when I've done terrible acts, you know what I'm saying? So who are you to judge me? Well, not even that, because I can't say that. I can say, who am I to heed your judgment? That's what I can say. Who am I to take heed to your judgment? That's what I can say, because I can't choose what you do, but I can choose what I do, though. I can choose how I act, you know? And that's what I choose to do. I choose to just maintain a level of balance and calm. And to maintain a level of questioning as well. A level of understanding or misunderstanding. Talk about misunderstanding, then that's when you go to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? All my life I've heard, and even now when I people who read the Bible and have read the Bible front and back tell me that it's true. The Bible holds nothing but truth. The Bible is nothing but truth. You know, it's the Word of God. And you know, I agree to a point. I agree, because there are very, I wouldn't even say that. It's beyond meaningful though, because it's like it explains shit. Like it explains it. Undeniable truths. There are undeniable truths in the Bible. Facts. There are undeniable, unrefuted, undisputed truths in the Bible. Thou shalt not kill. I mean, I ain't gonna start naming shit, because I could be wrong. It's perspectives, you know. So I can't say that. I can't just start naming stuff. But there are undeniable truths in the Bible. Undeniable. You know what I'm saying? But in between all of that is a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch of stuff, man. The Bible is huge. It's full of if I had to guess, it's probably 1,000+ books in the Bible, and that's probably minimum. It's probably way more than 1,000 books. Now, what is a book? A book ain't nothing but a book, man. Something you read. It's 1,000 books in the Bible, bro. The Bible is full of books. It's full of parables and stuff you have to interpret. You have to interpret it yourself, you know. Not only that, bro, Bible is scary. But the God in the Bible is scary, okay? He is scary, bro. He's scary. He send plagues. He send death to all except those who are marked. Boy, that nigga's scary, man. And that could be the true God as well, you know. But at the same time, though, it's like the Bible also it also is like it changes your mental. It changes your mental, man. It's like a key, almost. It's like a key. And it's a double-sided key. It's not just all good, bro. It's not just all enlightening. It's not just all like I said, undeniable truths. It's also lies, man. There's also lies in there as well. It's also things that could go against you as well, you know. The Bible is a huge ass book, man. It's big. I read Revelations like 3 days ago. I read the whole book minus 3 pages. Talked about first of all, the number 7 was repeated multiple times. Number 7. Number 7 was repeated 7 trumpets. And then it talked about beasts that were marked. Beasts that were marked. It talked about how 7 things would happen. If I'm jumping all over the place, bro, and you don't too much care for it, then you can leave. Cause I'm just freestyling right now. You feel me? So if I'm jumping all, you don't care for it, I don't really care for you. You know, this isn't for you then. But yeah, it was talking about 7. And it was, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was, I ain't never heard of nothing. And the crazy, but you ain't never gonna hear nothing like that shit ever, unless you read the Bible. Like, I ain't never heard nothing about that, like that ever in my life. About how, and they talk about how God has feet of brass and hair as white as wool. And he's on his throne. And next to his throne is a beast. And the beast bows down and say, Lord of Lords, King of Kings. I don't know if he says that exactly, but you are worthy. And you think about it. Yeah, he worships him. My thing has always been making sure I knew where my prayers were growing and what my intent was. That's my thing. My thing has always been just insight. It's always been having beyond belief, you know. It's always been knowing. My thing has always been beyond faith, you know. Because I never wanted to put faith in something that could harm me or danger me, or that could be going against me. No, but who? And that's crazy, because me is the ego, right? That's the most basic understanding, right? That me is the ego. Me is the separation from everything. Me is like, oh, I'm different. I'm set apart from everybody else. When you're not, you are everything. You are nothing but a piece of physical existence. You're nothing but physical. You are spirit in the physical. That's all you are. You are a spirit in a physical vessel. You know, the vessel could be carbon, it could be whatever your quote unquote skin is composed of. That's what the vessel is, you know. Whether the vessel is black or white, like black, white, yellow, green, blue, hairy, not hairy. I mean, you know. Like I said, though, animals do nothing but just be. They do nothing but do nothing. They don't have agendas. They don't have nowhere special to be. They eat, though. Animals do eat. They eat all the day. That's about it. You know, but I guess that's why I'm human. I'm not an animal. I'm not even human. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's why I'm different from an animal, because we can have agendas, you know. We can, but at the same time, though, bro, it's like you can literally be everywhere, anywhere, all at once. Like, hold on, I'm finna reset.